Hey guys, good morning. It is the next day. It is the 1st of July. And it's a beautiful day outside. It's just so I can hear the birds chirping and it's just beautiful. Um I just woke up. I'll brush, then take a shower, and if I have time, I'll just go walk around the resort and then we will head for breakfast. There is this piece in our room, and I really don't know what it is. I'm guessing it is sandalwood, a display of maybe different types of sandalwood, but I don't know because nothing is written anywhere. Yesterday, when I first saw it, it was looking a little weird, especially with this one just coming down. I think that's on purpose. I don't think that has just come down like by mistake or something. Maybe it has some meaning or something, but then I also overthink. But today it looks really cool, actually, a very cool piece of wall art. So today for breakfast I really started with protein, which is 2 eggs. I also took some, these were called chili potatoes, a croissant, I think a croissant, I never know how to pronounce this thing, and this tomato chutney. This chutney was so good, guys. It had like a roasted tomato flavor with lots of chilies. It was very spicy. The croissant was very buttery and flaky, like a good croissant is supposed to be, and it was also very fresh, which is why I took it, because from the look of it, it looked very fresh. Then I took this cucumber juice, and this was fresh cucumber juice, so it did not have any seasoning. I just added salt and pepper, and after that it was great to go. After I finished my potatoes, I went ahead and saw these pancakes, and these pancakes looked really appealing, so I took 3 of those. Now back to this croissant. This was like, I loaded it up with jam and butter, and this was just so good. I mean, I have never been to France or those French bakeries where they make this stuff, but I think this is like a cheaper version of that, which also is very good considering that they have very high standards of baking. These pancakes, which I was really waiting for, I actually happen to love pancakes. It's just sad that I don't eat wheat on a general day-to-day basis. I used some syrup on it. Now I don't know if this was maple syrup because I have never tasted maple syrup, but there was some kind of sweetener. And then I did not find it, I found it one-dimensional actually, just with the maple syrup, so I added butter on top of it. And after that, this was some next level pancake shit, because you know why? These were so fluffy and so light and airy. It basically, you just put it inside your mouth and it just deflates. It was that good. And because I wanted to eat more, I ended my breakfast with this mini gulab jamun and a cup of coffee. But the coffee was, I did not add any sugar, because as you can see, I am loading myself up with sugar here. These gulab jamun, guys, these gulab jamuns was the best thing about this whole breakfast. It was just so airy. You actually don't need to chew this. You put it inside your mouth and it just melted. Then I just basically walked around the resort, and I did not do the entire thing because we had to go sightseeing. I just went around the lobby and then a little bit of the garden area. It's a very beautiful place. The structure, the entire architecture, it's very well maintained, very calm, very serene. And then we just headed out to sightsee, and we saw quite a lot of spots. The first spot that our driver took us to was known as this, I think, Coker's Walk, if I remember it correctly. And this is basically like, you can see this is like a walking track, and it had got like little viewpoints at stoppages where you can view the entire valley and the mountains. It was just very nice and a very light walk. It also had this particular viewing setup or a viewing house where there were binoculars from which you can, I think, see the valley even clearer. But I did not use this because I thought I was getting enough of the view just from the viewpoints themselves. And outside these tourist spots, guys, you'll find lots of shops. There are these handicraft shops, and what was very prevalent was these chocolate shops. This was homemade chocolate and spice shops, and our driver told us that Kodai was famous for homemade chocolates. So every spot we went, we saw these homemade chocolates with lots of flavors and lots of variety. This was a spot known as Pillar, I think Pillar Rock or something, and it had these two pillars, these huge pillars, and Kun was actually telling me that, in the movie Bahubali, Mahendra Bahubali actually jumps from this particular rock to reach Avantika in that song Dhivara, which I don't think is true. I think it was CGI, but it does look like that. And again, guys, these chocolate shops, you just see them everywhere. So then our driver took us to this was like kind of a supermarket which had lots of chocolate shops and lots of spice shops. So I entered in one of those and I actually got a lot of chocolates, which I can't show right now. Maybe I'll do a video once I reach home, because I really don't want to open the packages and put my fingerprint marks on those chocolates, and I don't want to handle them like that. I want them to remain intact when I reach home. And you can see, like, they have such good variety. Like, they had almond, they had lots of, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and they had fillings like strawberries, raspberries, butterscotch filling. I saw one which had a very they had a cashew filling, very lots of variety. If you are a chocolate lover, this place is just very good. And they also give you a lot of free chocolate to taste. So Kun was tasting a lot of chocolate. Our next spot was this park called Bryant Park, and this is a person, if you love plants and if you love flowers, this place is going to be heaven for you. It was so well maintained, the grass and the walking track, and like this entire place was very peaceful, like full of natural, just full of nature. The trees, the grass, the flowers, everything was very calm about this place. This also had a boat house where you can go boating in the lake, but I did not do it because I have done this at home, so I'm really not interested in boating. But I was interested in this lunch, and we went to an authentic restaurant which served this thali, okay, and I took a chicken thali, and they served us in these banana leaf lined plates. The chicken was this was what I was talking about when I said I like to eat regional local food. The chicken was perfect in that gravy, although it's not a gravy which I have tasted before, but the spice mix was just very unique. The rasam was great with that tangy flavor. I think you put tamarind. It was just very tangy. The curd, the quality of the curd was very good. I could taste like it was so sour. You did not even need to add salt or anything to it. It was just like pure coagulated milk solids. It was, honestly guys, it was awesome. And then they also gave me like a vegetable dish, but I don't know what was this vegetable dish. This is some kind of bottle gourd, I think, some kind of loki, but I don't know what it is. And again, I have never tasted this taste before, you know, because I think it's very local to this region. So yeah, I had a great time with this thali and this authentic cuisine. And they also give you a sweet dish. This was a kheer of some kind, a custard, and it was made in coconut milk, and it also had shreds of coconut in it. I also think there was rice in it, but I'm not sure. Then I got really tired and I slept, after which I woke up after I think 2 or 3 hours, and then I really wanted to work out because I don't like to miss my workout, guys. I never, unless I'm absolutely sick. So I did my workout and it was a good workout. I felt refreshed after that. Dinner was again simple. I just had this vegetable pulao. There was lots of veggies and this plain dal and this potato curry. This was not as great as the lunch we had, but it's still, I wouldn't call it like bad in any way. This was I think above average. Hey guys, we are back from our day 2 trip or sightseeing, and today was an excellent day. The breakfast was really good, everything was really nice. We did some shopping and the sightseeing was absolutely great, very well maintained tourist spots. But because the temperature out here is very low, and also it was raining, so my nose is absolutely blocked and the sinus is just catching up onto me now, and that's why I cannot wrap up and give you a full summary of today's day. I'm also like sitting in front of the heater, a very bad headache as of now, and like this area, because there's so much fluid, it just hurts. Most probably the best day of this entire trip till now. I really enjoyed it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.